Hi, my name is Irene. I'm a level 2 Google certified educator, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about Google Forms. Google Forms can be used for assessments, attendance, survey, questionnaires, exit tickets, academic progress, curriculum delivery, or even lesson feedback. For assessments, we can have end of year exams, or even end of lesson, or even a unit test. We can even prepare standardized tests or professional licensing exams using Google Forms. Today, we'll be looking at how to access a Google Form and also changing exam settings, responses, importing grades, and the relationship between Google Forms and Google Sheets. We can access Google Forms through Google Apps, the Drive, or we can just search for forms.google.com. Here is my Drive. You click on New. From the drop down, you can access the Google Form, then give it a title and give it a name. At the bottom, you click on Required so that it turns purple. Then from the right-hand side, there are three icons. And one of them is a cogwheel where we're going to change the settings as we create the exams. Chromebooks help students to stay focused while they're taking their exams or their tests. Therefore, you're able to lock other websites or the other apps. So we will look at how to release marks, if it is immediately or later, and how the learners will see their results. They can see missed questions, correct answers, or even points awarded. For the Google Form settings, we have the general part, presentation, and quizzes. For the general part, we have collecting email addresses, their responses, restricting it to your organization, and limiting the learners to only giving one response. We also have the quizzes part, where we make it a quiz to assign point values to questions and allow auto marking. You can type any type of question. For example, you can type in, or you can add an image or a video, or even import an existing question from a previous form, and organize your work into sections. Types of responses, depending on the level of the learners or the question. You can assign the learners to give you either a short answer, a paragraph, or even to upload a video or a file. So besides the questions, there's also the responses. Now, when you're marking, you click on responses and you click on individual to see individual mark. You can access all this information by clicking on the Google Sheet icon that is on the far right-hand side corner that allows you to see all the responses and the total marks for ease of computation. You can either create a new spreadsheet or select an existing spreadsheet. Definitely, there's a good working relationship between Google Forms and Google Sheets. So let's do it practically. We click on Google Apps, we access our Drive. That's my Drive. We click on New. Then we click on Google Forms. We give our title, our form a title. spelling exam and give a short description. Spring spelling test. I prefer to start with name to help me identify the learner very fast. It's a short answer for the name. I'll click on required. The cogwheel is right here. I'd like it to collect email addresses, response receipts, always, and limit it to one response. And after they have submitted, I'd like to see to edit after submission and say summary chat, but not for now. I'll click on quizzes and make it a quiz. And because it's a spelling exam, I would want to view I would want to review manually and click on save. So I like to duplicate. So the first question, I'd like them to key in a short answer, and the answer is I saw a bird. And because the Google form can handle many responses, in case they start with a capital letter, I still would like the Google form to help me mark automatically. And I will assign 1 point. Done. I'll add another question. Question 2. This time round, I would like them to identify an image. I'll search for and key in a goat. And the question is, write the name of this animal. Short answer. I can resize it. And it's also required. And I'll give a point for it, 1 point. And the answers, I'd like it to automatically help me to answer. So I'll give possible answers. Mark all other answers incorrect. So I would like us to mark now the learners have completed their test. You access the Google form from your drive. You just type the title of the exam, then click on responses. And then click on individual. That way you will be able to see what the learners typed in as their responses. In case of any problem, you can always adjust the mark using the arrows here. Then click on release score for the learners to receive an email with their score. Then click on view responses in sheets. Once the Google Sheet opens, it shows the time the exam was taken, the score, the names of the learners, and each question and the response that the learners give.